So, this is going to be like 45 minutes long.
Catch me up on what's going on
Yep.
since I kind of missed stuff.
Previously on Edge of the Empire, you guys are working for Raynham Tiv. If you look in the bottom right corner, that's that dude. Raynham Tiv is the main dude. He owns a shipping facility and stuff on Rhodia. He owns this station. You've been working for him for a few odd end jobs for a little while now. And the last thing he had you do was escorting some diplomats that he was trying to move to a place and have discussions putting his opponent out of business. The opponent attacked the ship and sabotaged some stuff. He's dead. The people that he had with him were dead. You were on the ship, couldn't get it to stabilize. We crashed it into a planet, which actually ended up being way, way, way not as bad as it could have been. So nobody died, which is perfect. They got reinforcement ships to come pick you guys up. You're back at his space station. Before you got to the space station, he got word that there was several people who were leaking there's one person leaking information. He was doing some research on this station that was pretty top secret, and one of his 4 inner circle people must be leaking information, and so he wanted you guys to try and figure out who it was. I knew I'd forget something. Let me open up my document to let you know which the people are. But you're investigating 4 different people. The first one is Essek. He is a longtime friend of Raynham. He has investment into Raynham's facilities, so he's got a monetary connection to Raynham. He is a lead something or other scientist or some sort of administrative person. Lance and Leor had started talking to him next with Mr. Keebler. The elf. Yep. I guess you missed all of the art. There is some pretty stellar art, which is why he got named Mr. Keebler.
Okay.
So that's Essek. Then you have Ty, who is the head of the research division, and I don't know that there had been any information gathered on him. No, Dylan. So Sally and Randy had gone to the doctor's office so that Randy could get some crits healed, and Sally just did some tinkering on the computer and found out that Ty came in for weekly injections for some war wound that he dealt with. So that's what you know about him so far. Kale, Dr. Kale, is the woman in charge of manufacturing and engineering. That is where David currently is plugged into the wall and pretending to be a powered-off droid. He was spying on her as she opened up some boxes that David couldn't scan through, and they have a kyber crystal inside that will be used for power or some such. And then the last person is Bima, who is she works at the dry docks and labs, and she is Jordan, Nima's mom, found Bima's residence and had been watching the residence for a little while. And I think...
Which one is she? The one up here in yellow?
No. She's not on the board at the moment. So Nima's mom, looking at the top left, I think that you had... Whoops-a-daisies. Nima's mom had stuck around for a little while and saw that there was 2 odd-looking people, kind of thuggy-looking guys, hanging out down the hallway from Bima's residence. And somebody identified that they were one of the local Hutt thug groups. I think that's all of the information that you guys have collected. And okay, yes, that's what we got. So Grora, you can kind of go wherever at this point. There's no set target. So wherever you want to move your dude.
Okay. Okay.
So is Dr. Cal like still like doing stuff with this device, or
Yes.
is there anyone else in there?
So there's scientists milling around. There's like 2 other people in the room with her, and so she grabs the crystal and places it onto a table. Let me open up my Twitch stream. Whoopsie daisies, not that button, this button, because I don't actually have Twitch open, so I can't see if anybody's in chat.
How much damage did I take in the crash anyway?
I don't believe you took any damage.
Oh, okay.
So I think
So I can go to get healed because from like the last battle, I took some damage and strain and whatnot.
yeah, you could pop into the medical facility. Let me show you. Let me show you.
Medical.
It's to the right. Those guys. They're over there in the medicals area. So
You go get healed.
Yep.
'Cause I'm down.
Let me do a medicine check for your damages.
Because I don't got any crits or nothing. I'm just missing 6 health and 3
Oh,
strain.
that's not too bad at all. Can I open this? I can.
Make sure I'm up to snuff.
Um,
In case something were to go down.
yeah. Not denizens of the underworld. We're looking for core worlders. We're looking for doctor. Where is it? Oh, doctors are smart. Wow, and he's a good doctor.
Fuck.
All right.
It's not a bad thing.
Nope, that makes sense to me. All right, 3, 4, 5 health can be healed off of that. Seems good. Seems good. All right, so while Grara's doing that, is
A step away from it too. I need to call my dad real
yeah,
quick.
sure. Are you still with us, Nima's mom? I mean, he's probably in and out working, so.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah. David, as you are watching Dr. Cal, she gets the crystal out, she sets it onto a table, and begins to do some testing on it. You can give me a sort of knowledge check to see what exactly she might be doing with it. If you can put if your guy can put the pieces together.
Sure. Let's see if I can just.
So it could be a knowledge education. It could be a lore. It could be a more difficult general perception check.
Well, can I use my general purpose scanner to scan first for general purposes?
You're kind of faking low power mode, right? So you might need.
It's in me, so it's like it's not like I have to.
Yeah.
It's just a system inside the robot that. It's not like I have to whip out a data pad thing.
Okay, cool. Yep. Yeah, you can definitely do that then.
Great. I'll general purpose scan now that it's out of the box that I couldn't scan through earlier.
It's a kyber crystal.
Excellent. So
what exactly were you trying to get from that?
If she has like specific tools or something that she's gonna be like messing with the crystal, what else is in the room, trying to like put 2 and 2 together of like, hey, this is.
She's scanning it with a sensor bar. She's sensor scanning the crystal at the moment.
Can I scan to like see if the crystal, like how intact it is? Is it like
okay? Yeah.
Because like kyber crystals, like they're typically broken. Like what percentage of it is not?
Yeah, that's a good thing. Your scan can tell you that it is. It's not a full crystal. It's I mean, it's a good size. It's not going to be powering a lightsaber, but there's still a lot of energy being off-put from the crystal. Does that kind of answer?
Yeah. Sure. Yes. It's not lightsaber quality, but it's
Yeah, it's not like a super refined crystal, but it's usable for powering stuff.
powering stuff, right?
And so at this point, she's just kind of scanning it for purity and having people get her measurements to test energy output and whatever. And that's all that they're really doing with it at the moment.
Cool. Well, I'll do a knowledge check then with my general knowledge. I suppose I'll just do a general intelligence.
Sure. So if it's general intelligence, give me a 3 purple. Right. So
Yeah.
as you are watching this whole scene, you notice that there are 6 hanging rods from one of the walls that you have seen before as power conductors. So whatever they're using this for, it is built into this room's energy system. There's not like a movable track. It's just like it's built into the room. So it's probably a stationary. You can only use the power stationarily.
Right. It's here.
Right. Yep.
Got it. Okay.
Jordan, have you got anything that you would like to check out? Do you either want to wait for Nima's mom some more, or not Nima's mom? Do you want to wait for Bima longer? Do you want to do something else while you wait? Go talk to the.
There's a bar in the area, right?
There's a bar in the middle. Yeah, that's where Leor and Lance are.
Oh, that's right. What's around me?
You're in the resident area, so residential stuff. There is the different sections. There's docking. There's dry dock where they get things that come in and out. There's the power section. There's the cargo area where they get cargo in. There's an environmental section that has some botany labs and environmental controls. The security. Residential has the quarters, medical facility, crew storage. There is a commercial section, so the middle of the facility is commerce. So there's a bar there. There's other stores in that area, consumer goods, restaurants, that sort of thing. And then there's some labs for research, and then there's the command deck. So
I go look for Grara.
all right, I believe you find Gara. So you like calm him. You're like, "Hey, where are you at?" And he's like, "Getting fixed up in the medical facilities." So it's just right down the hall, basically. It's down the different floor, but you're able to head down there, and you poke your head in the medical facility door, and there's a big old Wookiee getting some back to.
I sit there and watch.
Are you back with us, Josh? I'm gonna say that's probably no. All right, we'll wait till he gets back and then have you guys interact. We'll jump back to you, David, then.
Okay. I guess like as I'm watching them do their thing, I suppose I want to see if I can like wirelessly hack Dr. Cal's like comlink or data pad or anything like that to see like if she's been making any atypical type of calls. So like random tiv, like what was some of the info we needed to like that we knew about the leaking?
It's one of the
information.
higher up folks. So somebody who has access to a lot of information.
Dr. Cal is one of those.
Dr. Cal is one of
individuals?
those individuals. Yes.
Cool. And do we know where they were leaking it to?
No, we don't know that at this point.
Okay, well then I just want to hack and get basically a call log,
Okay.
text log, those sort of things.
All right. Give me a wirelessly 4 purple.
I'm gonna destiny this, by the way.
That sounds like a good idea.
Before. And this sounds like some sort of
It's like a computer's check, probably.
computer's check. Yeah, okay. Oh,
Okay. So as you're like trying to scan, I don't know, maybe it's using too much processing power, and one of your eyes like flickers open, and she looks over, and she's like kind of confused as to why the droid that's in power saving mode is like partially powered on, and so if you're going to do things in the future, it might increase suspicion from either her or one of the scientists that's just in the room watching. So that's what will represent those threat for.
Those threats. Yeah. Okay.
So nothing immediate, but could play out in future interactions with them.
I'm gonna.
How long do you want to
going
wait
to-
in this room watching? We'll do that. So it is like early afternoon at this point. So 1 o'clock ish.
Ow! Cat bit me. Well, I mean, I suppose I mean, other people are with like different other individuals. There's no rush for me to get out of here, other than just like continuing observing.
Correct.
But with like the eye that I have now opened, I'm gonna like go through some colors, like I'm charging, like it was like part of my charging series.
So you're going to try and negate the threats, basically?
Well, if I ever try to do anything again, just that way, like, so it's gonna, my eye's just gonna start like, slowly pulsating like red to green. So there's like, oh, the droid is charging. It's,
So, okay, give me a deception check.
I don't know. Oh, this is not gonna go well.
Ooh.
They're not convinced
All
at
right,
all.
so you go and like start flicking your eyes, and it's just something about it is so unnatural. It's like Data trying to tell a joke. It's just not. It's not happening. And so they're like, suspicion level is fairly up there. So Dr. Cal is like talks to one of the scientists. Hey, can you go check on that droid real quick for us? Make sure it has clearance to be in here. So one of the scientists, let me make a scientist. This person can be a scientist. Come here. So one of the scientists comes over and starts looking at your electronics or whatever. So do you react or anything to it, or just let them check you over?
I'm just gonna let them check me over.
All right, let's get an NPC in here. We're gonna make it one of the researchers. Does she have any computers? No. All right, so it's just general intellect.
She's just like, why is it I keep flicking? Let me just shut it.
I think we'll do 3 green versus 3 purple. See what happens. Everything looks fine over here, Dr. Cal. I don't know what's up with this one.
Okay.
And so we'll see.
It's it's a computer system. You unplug it and plug it back
Exactly.
in. All better.
All right. So she does something, and you shut your eyes as if you're supposed to be back in power stasis or whatever, power charging, low power mode.
Yep.
So they're back to not really being suspicious at this point. So
Okay.
close
I'm
call,
just gonna-
but
I'm just gonna keep observing.
Okay. After that quick little foyer into danger. Josh, are you back with us yet? Nope. Okay.
Okay.
Nima's mom, are you still just? Are you guys like? What's the goal that you want? Or are you just gonna hang out with Garura? Because I can't imagine Garura being a talky person that's gonna go solve this mystery. I mean, maybe.
He doesn't need to say anything. His body says it all.
Wow, that's
I watch
Hold on.
more intensely.
kind of makes me uncomfortable.
All right. Let's. Oh, is that? I thought that was Sam for a second. All right. Let's jump ahead to like late evening at this point. Some of the scientists went home. There's still one scientist working with Dr. Cal in the facility. They hook up the crystal to some wires and are just running some more tests, making sure that the power is flowing through the wires, making sure everything will be good. And then she takes like a control box and uncouples it from the contraption and hands it to the scientist and asks her to stow it with the normal protocols. And that scientist leaves the room. Dr. Cal finishes up the last few things, goes to the door and hits the lights and walks out, probably like 9 o'clock-ish at this point.
I'm going to discreetly follow her.
Which one? The scientist or the researcher with the pad?
Oh, the Dr. Cal.
Okay. So Dr. Cal heads out. This person's gone. She heads into the main district. Stops by a fast food joint, and then makes her way to the residential zone. And from there, she pops into one of the doors, which you would presume to be her apartment, and disappears. As in, what goes inside.
Gonk. Gonk. Okay, I don't have to do that anymore. Okay, so I'm going to go to said door.
Okay.
And I'm going to what is the door handle made out of?
They're just electronic keypads that the door
Keypad.
slides open and slides back shut. So it's a keypad.
Okay, cool. I want to try to hack into it so that if she tried to open the door from her side of the button, that my charged storm suit would charge through the button so that it would make her pass out when she tried to open the door.
Oh my. Okay, yeah, you could give that a shot. Okay. Go ahead and give me a mechanics check for that one, probably. Rather than compute. I mean, there's a little bit of computers, a little bit of mechanics.
It's probably both. I don't know. So
I think let's go for a mechanics check on this one.
Mechanics.
Yeah, let's do
Yeah.
mechanic.
definitely
Of 3, probably.
3.
2 purple and a red.
Okay, I'm back.
Awesome. Yep.
To talk to my dad. Apparently, grandfather's in the hospital.
Uh-oh. Hopefully everything is not too bad. Although I suppose you don't go to the hospital when you're feeling good, so.
They're not sure if it was his AFib or a mini stroke, so
That's not good.
the other one's not too good, but
Right.
I guess. Oh, did I miss anything important?
No, we were just
character?
hanging out with David's section. So let me finish that real quick. David's, you're not really connected, as in at all.
I'm like, hey, it didn't work.
That I suppose the door doesn't work this way. Well,
Okay.
okay.
Maybe you should just punch your fist into it and hope it opens.
Okay, why don't you do stuff
All right.
now?
So you are in the medical facility. While you were sitting on the bed, Nema's mom rather, popped her head in and entered the little hospital room, like just let herself in, and she has just been sitting on the bed and the other side of the room, staring at you.
So, Nima's mom is my creepy stalker.
Yeah, that's correct.
Strain, or is that just time?
What was that?
By doctor, is there a way to heal strain?
Strain is more so time. I mean, you can probably heal like 2 from the trip that's been like, because you guys traveled on the spaceships to get over here, so you can heal 2 strain.
Well, that's fine with
Okay.
me, because it takes me up to 1 less, so I'm just 1 less on health and strain.
Nice, that's not too bad at all.
Time heal health also? Or
At a much slower rate, yeah. We haven't had health heal time passing yet.
okay. All my
Okay, so you guys are kind of freeform at this point. It is, we'll say, like 4 in the afternoon.
Just a black dude floating out, and like the dude in the black suit over by 7 floating in space. Yes, him.
I don't know. He's just a dude. Just a man. I can't select.
Have not come across yet, and you just don't want to meta.
He's a guy. I mean, no, he has no purpose. He's just a dude who lives in the facility, so... I mean, I have used him for something else, but he really isn't important, I don't think.
Oh, put him back.
Okay, I can put him back. Oh, you're gonna...
I could just go pick a fight with the hut guys?
Okay.
I don't know. I have no clue what to do because I've totally been out for like 2 seconds.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not... Even... I don't exactly know what you would do. And...
Tank, and he's good for intimidation.
Correct. Which this is not... You haven't really gotten to a point that needs any intimidationing done. So...
It's an intimidation check anyway.
Well, probably like a coercion, I imagine, would fit that.
That doesn't make sense.
Why?
I mean, will. It's a will ability.
That's true.
That would even be a check, really, for my character, because it's more of like a presence, not a willpower posing figure.
Maybe a... What is a negotiation check? Would fit in that, because that's a presence-based skill.
Yeah.
That kind of
weird,
fits
though.
that. You can say it's like an aggressive negotiation.
An aggressive negotiation.
Didn't know we were Anakin Skywalker now, but
Well, we're always Anakin Skywalker.
Catch a wave and you're sitting on top of the world.
so, like, if I were to walk into a room and grab someone, it would just like they'd piss their pants. But there's nothing that I could back that up with within a roll. Or feared. It's just
Fear is a mechanic. We could force that person to take a fear type roll, and then it would be their cool or their presence of some sort against some arbitrary thing, like your presence skill maybe as the difficulty for them, something like that.
hard either because I've only got 2 presents.
So what's your stat that you're trying to leverage?
A Wookiee is like a Wookiee rocks into a room. It's a very intimidating in this world.
Right.
If I'm not mistaken, because it's large, it's bigger.
Yeah, that's true.
It growls and makes a lot of weird animal noises because it doesn't speak basic.
Yeah.
So no one knows what it does. It's got above average strength. nose that could pick you up and toss you out the wall.
Right.
Not even the window, through the wall. But there's
Yeah, there's no
build
good.
that backs that up.
Yeah, that is
You know what
interesting.
I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't know.
My character would be great to be like the enforcer behind like someone doing a coercion
Exactly. Yeah,
or
that would be a really good way to
something
do
like
it.
that.
Um,
I'm just trying to think of how that would, because I mean that's how I could help these guys in the talkie type
Right.
things. Like if we've got someone sitting there like, oh, I'm not afraid of you, and then I just walk into the room.
hmm
There's no stats that back that up.
Right. So let me. Um.
And you'd have to research.
Yeah. Let's have time pass until. Let's bring everybody up to speed. We'll just say you guys were hanging out in the shopping area, watching people, seeing if you could find anything. While you guys were hanging out, while David, you were trailing Dr. Kale, the comm systems, you guys are talking to each other. The Sally and Randy had a chance to meet with Ty, and they tried to get him to admit if he knew anything about who would the turncoat would be. So he came in for an injection, and Sally dressed up as a doctor and pretended to be his doctor. And so then she drugged him. He didn't know anything. And so then they escorted him back to his office and helped him there, and now he's passed out in his office because the drugging was only mildly successful. It was successful in that it worked, but it wasn't successful in that they did it without being able to be traced. So he's unconscious in his office. Lance and Leor comment that they've met with Essek and they're heading back to Essek's apartment, and that he's pretty drunk, so they're gonna keep an eye on him. Bima, somebody checked in on her, and she was working at the docks, and then left the docks and went to a sewing shop in the center area, kind of like as a second job. And so that's where she was at that point. Let's see what else. That's about where we were
My character
around
did.
9 o'clock. Your character hasn't been able to do a whole lot, which is why it wasn't a huge deal if we missed.
I just thought of something my character could actually do throughout
All right,
this.
give it to us.
Said that the one person's in charge of the docks,
Mhm.
correct? It could have gone over like looking for a job in manual labor and all
Okay.
that, moving boxes, crates, and all that, and spied on her while doing all that
That's
stuff.
true. That would have been a thing.
Little extra money and pick up on maybe anything that's going on.
Right.
Finally thought of something I could have done after the hospital.
Okay. Why don't we have you? We'll just roll back time a little bit and say that you headed over to the docks. And let me pull up Bima.
I'm guessing those are the docks. over
Correct. Yep. So Bima is there, and she's one of the people who's working. She's helping to coordinate some stuff. There's a few people walking back and forth. There's a security guard who's checking in cargo as it comes in and goes out. And so she's kind of there as the main manager person. So you walk up to them, and she's obviously the person who's in charge, so you can know who she is. Yep, right there.
Do they have a translator droid? Since did we decide I speak basic with this Wookiee?
I don't think that we said you spoke basic. I think most everyone has
One ability to
understand
it.
Wookiee. Yeah, understand Shirik or whatever it
Okay,
is.
well, did translator droid?
Yeah, we can.
Obviously, she ain't.
She's got a pad there to translate, a universal translator. So
If not, then this is gonna be really short-lived. Because I'd walk up and growl, and she'd be like,
Okay.
"Okay,
No, she's got a translator with her.
okay." Well, then I just would walk up and be like, "Hey, I'm Wookie down on his luck, just looking for a job, doing some box moving or something, some manual labor type stuff. Just get a little change in the pocket."
She looks at you, and kind of like eyes you up and down. Is like, well, I mean, most people on this station aren't exactly down on their luck. I don't even know how you would get onto the station like that. And anyone who's working has to go through a hiring vetting process. But then she glances down at her data pad and is like, but we are a bit behind on today's shipment. There's 2 transports coming in, and we need these boxes cleared out. So she kind of like looks around, kind of gives herself a shrug. She's like, I guess we can under the table use some help if you're up for it. Don't count on this being a long-term solution, but we could
Looking for enough money so I could get off world. I got stranded here when my people left. I don't know what the heck. There was some kind of miscommunication. I'm not sure what happened. Just I'm trying to get money, get off world, get home.
yeah, we can make that happen. Let me leave you with Jerry here. He'll let you know what needs done. So she walks over to Jerry, whispers some things in his ear, hands him a data pad, and looks at her watch, and kind of like returns to the middle between you two and is like, if you need anything, Jerry can let me know. And she goes over and clocks out and leaves the area.
Well, that was a failed attempt, but I mean, it was an idea.
Yeah, no, that was a good idea. It just
Expect her to leave.
yeah, this time it actually doesn't play out. So
All right, well, I guess my character would just spend the day working and making some money. So
okay, so go ahead and give yourself like 160 credits.
I pulled a Dylan.
Yeah, exactly.
All about the
There you go.
Shoot.
Bless you.
Get some of my whatchamacallit here.
Just so it's known, I watched him work the whole time.
So Nima's mom is there, just kind of like reclining on a box, watching as Gar doesn't break a sweat, but he's definitely working. He's moving boxes.
Oh, what is that stupid thing called? Hold on.
Okay.
There we go. My obligation.
Obligation.
Because I've got responsibility.
Okay.
This strong sense of feeling or accountability since I brought up the family and all that
Mm-hmm.
stuff. Wouldn't that count towards it or whatever?
So what is the exact obligation? Like, what's the?
I do have to pick one, don't I?
What?
Well, the obligation is responsibility. That's the type.
Okay, I'll have to look at it to figure that one out. I don't know off the top of my
Character
head.
with responsibility
Yeah.
obligation feels a strong sense of accountability.
I know what the thing is. I'm just not sure how
okay.
it plays out in this. I'm supposed to roll like a D100 and somebody's obligation triggers, and then they just start with extra strain or something, or loss of strain.
So we don't even really need to worry about it.
Not really. It's more of a grand scheme narrative piece than anything. So like the duty that we had with the last session was something we kept track of and gained. Obligation is something you're trying to get. Obligation is something you're trying to get rid of.
Oh, okay. Well, never mind that.
So.
Lee misunderstood what obligation was.
Yeah.
I don't even know what. Do we even have duty with these characters?
No, we don't have duty with these characters.
Duty.
Okay, so
There's like a market on this planet.
yes, yeah, there's a market in the center. It's real basic.
Established.
It's
real
pretty basic. So you're not gonna find a weapons store. It's like there's clothes and there's utility store stuff. So like screwdrivers and wrenches and scanners and short range
No kind of,
communication
like-
things and
Nothing my character would be interested in, like armor or weapons.
no weapons. Maybe some like fashionable armor for humans, but probably nothing Wookiee sized.
About like a whisk broom to brush my fur.
Yeah, it's definitely there's definitely a whisk thing. You can go gangster style. And throw a
Do the
comb in your
over-
hair. Yeah. There you go.
Comb it over all to the one side. My entire body just looks like there's wind blowing all the time.
There you go. There you go. I love it. All right.
I just get a lot of gel and comb it one way.
Nice. All right. So
My character's pretty much spent for the day.
yeah, you guys head back to like wherever you were staying. The next morning,
Where that is.
let's see. David, over the night, Dr. Cal does not ever come out of the room.
Oh, I wanted to go in
Oh, you're going in.
before. Yes.
Okay. So you're going into her room.
Yes.
Okay.
That's the plan.
All right.
Like, oh, the door didn't open. Okay, I guess I'll knock.
All right. Sounds good. Let's do that. So you're knocking on the door?
I'm knocking on the door.
Okay. So Dr. Cal, Dr. Cal, not you, Dr.
I was like, I'm
Dr.
moving.
Cal.
The force.
Exactly. She comes to the door and opens it with the little latch thingy still attached. She's like, "Can I help you, droid?"
Can I like see her and reach her?
Yeah.
Great. I want to like touch her and make her pass out.
Okay.
I'd be like, yes, there's something for you, and reach out like I'm trying to actually hand her something, and then just shock her.
All right. Do you do a melee check, I guess, for that?
A
Brawl check, rather. Yeah.
Yes.
Give me a 1 purple brawl check.
Okay.
Because, I mean, it's
It's
literally
just,
a person
like, tapping
standing there. Yeah. Okay. And so she's out for the count.
Okay, I'm gonna break the
Did you
door
punch
down.
her?
What?
No, I didn't punch her. I just
He
touched
shocked her.
her. I shocked her.
Stunned her. Sun-caned her.
Yes. All right, now I'm gonna get into her.
Okay, so you're inside her apartment.
Great. I want to like take her limp body and like tie it to a chair.
Okay, all right.
And then like get her data pad and like go through all of her calls, download them, like look through them, those sort of
Okay,
things.
so give me a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, your choice, purple computers check. For how much you want to get from that. 3.
Meh.
Oh my. How did that fail?
I don't.
That's impressive.
Pathetic.
Um,
Yeah. Right.
So with the advantage, you find the file names are all talking about teleportation technology,
Ooh.
which in Star Wars terms is like super up there on the things that doesn't exist, is super rare, probably worth a lot of money. So it's teleportation technology, but everything is passworded, everything is encrypted, and there's just no usable information that you're getting other than the file names. So
I can like you can see the file and it's like, yep, there it is.
right, yes, but you can't open it. There's nothing to get. Communication. There hasn't really been any communications that look out of the ordinary on her device, so we'll give you that as well.
Okay, I guess I'll data pad scan for maybe any other technology devices that she has in her apartment to see if there's like, this is her work phone and she keeps all of her shady stuff on her personal phone.
Okay, all right.
Do I find anything?
Give me a. No, you don't. That's. I mean, there's.
Do you want me to build it into like a
I mean,
it's not really a perception.
it would be a perception check for sure. Maybe a skullduggery check, as you like sneak through her stuff. But
Or computers.
not a
Perception.
Was that
computer's.
a computer's check?
No, that was the one he just did was computer check.
right.
Gotcha.
But with the scanner,
Oh, that's true. That's true.
what we'll just do perception with a boost
Okay, sure.
of the
I like
scanner.
that.
2
Yes.
difficulty. I've not been rolling super well
There you go.
tonight,
There you go.
but there's a couple.
So you do find a computer connector piece in one of her dresser drawers, and as you plug it in and check on it, and she has been making orders for packages that are off-world, and with fair frequency and decently high value in them. So that's kind of out of the ordinary for her.
Does it say what it is?
Uh,
Am I able to track that? Recent orders. Click.
let me look real quick just to make sure I'm giving you correct information.
Danke.
Yeah, so she has been ordering heavily from the Republic, and has been, I guess, communicating with the Republic in various avenues, maybe giving information, just like her own researchy things, projects that she's been working on with some of these
Right.
things. So it's all very pro-Republic.
Which is not random Tiv. What's he?
No, he would be Republic.
He
Yeah,
is
this is Rhodia. Rhodia was with the Republic.
Republic.
So,
How much money has she been spending? Can I like?
she's been spending in the 50 to 100,000 credit range every few orders. So,
Wow, that's
so
a
she's been putting some serious
lot.
cash in.
I wanna. Is there some way that I can download all of like her orders and stuff on the data pad?
Yeah,
Onto the data
sure.
pad.
Give me another computer's check
Okay.
to get that in there. See how well you do that. Oh yeah, you download the crap out of that. With the threat, you download this little malware bug that every 27 minutes or so, this image of a snake pops up on your left eye, and you're real confused as to where is this snake coming from.
Oh, there's a snake! There's a snake!
I'll debug.
Badger,
Yeah.
badger, 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 badger.
You make yourself a little note to run a debug sequence when you get some time.
Debug.
Okay.
But yeah, you've got all of her info, and leave it without a trace. So there's just not trackable that you were there.
That I did
Correct.
it, right. Cool. I guess I just wanna I don't know, do a skullduggery check and see if she's got any credits laying around to steal.
Okay,
If she's really loaded.
sounds good. Give us 2 purple skullduggery.
To steal from the passed out person, yes.
This will
Excellent.
be like the last thing I think that we'll do for this, and then we'll get the full group in
Yeah.
here. All right, yeah. So you like look around, and she's got a little safe, and you like delicately go to open the safe and accidentally just rip the lock mechanism completely off, and you like scratch your chin
Way to go.
and pocket like 60 credits.
Yay!
Credits though.
Them credits. All right.
And I suppose I'm gonna.
Yeah. So what do you want to do at that point then? So do you leave her, or do you or stay, or what's the game plan?
I'm just gonna take her data pad.
Okay.
And leave.
All right.
Oh shit! Stealing the data pad.
Okay. So that kind of brings us to a good conclusion. Let me end this section of the stream. Thanks for joining us. Watch in like, if you're live, we'll be back in like 10 minutes, so don't go nowhere. Goodbye, bye-bye.